Hello, hello everyone. I'm so excited to come to you guys today and show you the Stampin' Up! Album retreat. I'm so excited. So excited. This is honestly just the kit that you're going to get in the mail when you place your order. We're going to create everything together with Stampin' Up! Online. It's a virtual album retreat, and we're going to do that July 16th to the 18th. But I wanted you to see what a great value you're going to get in the kit when it comes in. So I've got it all here, and I wanted to kind of pull it out and show you. It's going to come in a bag like this. All your extra little doodad stamps, all of that. I'll go through that in just a minute. Then we've got all of our page protectors. So lots and lots of page protectors that works with their albums or the previous Close to My Heart albums. We've also got these, which this is really cool. I don't know how easy you're going to be able to see. It looks like it's coming through okay. But these are punch outs for all the titles for every single month. So you're going to get those. So it's going to be like a really fun, not calligraphy, but it's just a nice font that's going to go on there, making it really easy for all your titles for each one. Then you've got all of these. This is really cool. Okay, so this is like die cuts that are previously done or pre-done for you that you're going to stamp onto. And they're all set up for you. You're going to have it so that you can see there's lots of options here. So you got 2 sheets in here. You'll stamp on it and then just pop it out. So in the past, when we've done album retreats, we would stamp it and then have to die cut it ourselves. And that took a little bit more time. And of course, then you had to have the dies too. This way you don't have to have the dies, and all the images that are stamped on here were in that original packet I showed you. So that's really cool. Then you have all of these die cuts here. So these die cuts are so fun because they just pop right out. You can see how easy they are to pop out. But what's also cool is on the back, you can see that each die cut has which project it's going to go to. So before you even start creating in July on the 16th, you can go ahead and pop these out and put these with the current kit that it's going to go with. That way you're ready to go. And there's no question about, is this the piece that I'm supposed to use or is that the piece I'm supposed to use? You'll have all those pieces together as you need. This one, same thing, but these are so large and it just says Project 10. All of them are going to go to Project 10 on there again. So just pop those out, put those in with it. Here's some more pieces, some more circles. Again, you saw where it showed the projects on there. Now these are cool. These are called irresistibles. And so what's really neat about these is where you can kind of see the design, it's going to actually withstand having ink put on it. And so we'll put ink over it and you'll get to see like the white underneath kind of stay there. And then only where you don't see a design is where the ink will go. And there's a couple different sheets in there. You can see we've got one that looks like a starburst. We've got, I think there's 2 sheets in here of like this leaf pattern, which is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can really see that. It's so cool. And then this is what each of the kits is going to look like. So this says Project 1. It's got everything pre-cut in here for you. You're not even going to need your paper trimmer, which is really cool. You will need scissors just in case we need to do some dovetailing or something like that. Of course, lots of adhesive. Foam tape is always great. I like to use liquid and tape adhesive just to make sure that, you know, wherever I need to get into, I've got that. So make sure you have all of that available. But look at all of these pieces that are pre-cut for you. Now, here's the really cool thing. If you were a customer with Close to My Heart previously, you know that Close to My Heart used to do these album retreats. And when Stampin' Up! Offered the Close to My Heart consultants to come on over to them when Close to My Heart decided to close their doors, they bought several little kits from them and a lot of their product as well so they could bring it over. This album retreat was actually created by Close to My Heart and then sold to Stampin' Up! So if you're used to doing the Close to My Heart album retreats, you are definitely going to want to get in on this because everything, the techniques, the style, everything is going to be very similar. It was just changed to use the paper that is from Stampin' Up! And so I think you're going to feel right at home as you come and do these workshops with us. Again, here's Project 10. We've got Project 11, Project 12. So right now, it does not look like much, right? It just looks like a lot of pre-cut paper. But as you know, when we go to do all of our workshops and stuff, we're going to use that pre-cut paper and make some beautiful, gorgeous layouts. And working with them in the past and how they were, these are like some of my most favorite things I can ever do when I'm creating for these workshops, because they've got so many different techniques and ideas and different things that maybe you haven't tried again. And then I take those ideas and I'm able to incorporate those into other workshops as well and other layouts that I create. So this is kind of like my, I don't know, the place that I love to go, the place that makes me super, super happy to be able to create for another year until the next one comes out. So here's some of the stamp sets, just so you can see that will come in the kit. This one is more of, I'm trying to see if I can find a darker piece of paper so you can see it. But this one is more of like your flags, titles, like you've got your triangular flags, you've got your numbers, you've got here for like a different title or a swag, circles, even like a little half a doily or obviously a rainbow, something like that, depending on how it's going to be used. Then you've got this other one here, and this one has summer, autumn, spring, winter, holiday, celebrate, life is sweet. It's got like little arrows, different types of arrows, in review, happy, love this. So lots of little fun titles that you could use over and over and over again, not just for this workshop, but for a lot of things. So both of those really are. And again, that's one of the things I love about Album Retreat, because I use those stamp sets nonstop. And then you've got an alphabet stamp set, which is this much smaller alphabet stamp set than maybe we've seen in the past as far as for Stampin' Up. But what I like about this, again, reminiscent and close to my heart, these ones work really well for like subtitles, for layouts, that kind of thing. They can even work well for cards. So this is really good. And then you've even got like a little leaf design here at the bottom. So, and then if you're in a different country, they've even got like the B and the C, the AE, the OE, that kind of goes together for the different countries as well, all here. So that's really cool. And these are uppercase and lowercase. So again, really, really cool. Now, they do not send the stamp sets in a case, but they did send the covers that you would normally get in a case with the stamp set. So you can purchase those, which are available to purchase separately. And so again, here's a better look, I guess, to look at those stamp sets. You can see the ones that are going to come. And again, inside, this is what they will look like. So you could put two together in this, have two stamp sets in that, the month by month. And then again, here you're going to have all the different designs, the titles here. So again, this is just ones that can be used over and over and over again. And obviously I love that. Anything that I can use repeatedly always makes me happy. And there is another stamp set I see peeking out here, which is what we saw there on this last one. The birds and probably fireworks, that kind of thing. That's right here as well. So the hearts, so forth. So 4 complete stamp sets in there. Then you're going to get some of the dots, the natural matte dots, which you can use for everything. Love that. As you saw this kind of flip up a minute ago, you're going to get some of Close to My Heart's flip flaps. I say Close to My Heart, they are now Stampin' Up flip flaps. But if you've used them in the past, you probably used them with Close to My Heart because they had a copyright on them. And this is actually one of those things that was handed over to Stampin' Up when the transition happened. And so I love that about it. I mean, it's just, we're used to these. We love these. These kind of take our layouts to the next level. They make them interactive, and they allow us to be able to either hide journaling or put more photos onto our layouts than maybe we originally had room for. So if you've not used these before, they're awesome, but I know many of my customers have used them and they love them. So, and then here is a whole pack of these I absolutely love. These are photo placeholders. So even if you don't have all your photos ready to go, but you want to go ahead and create the layouts and get them ready, so when you do have your photos, you can put these in place and they will hold your the area for your photos. And then also what's really cool about it is if you wanted to, you could cut your photos down just a smidge. Like this says 2 by 2. You could cut your photo down to 1 1/4 by, or I'm sorry, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and that would leave you with a little border of white if you put the picture right on top of this, so it almost looked like you have a bordered paper behind it. And that always makes your photos pop a little bit more too. So love those. You got those ideas. And then we have some twine in here as well. So this is white twine that will be used for different areas on the layouts all across. So lots of supplies here. There are some obvious ink colors that you will need to have on hand since we're using different stamp sets, that kind of thing. But a lot of the basic supplies probably you already have or are wanting to have, if I had to guess. And so all of that information is in on my website. I've got a link posted here so you guys can see what all it is. This kit itself is $250, which if you think about everything that I just showed you and you're doing 12 different layouts, that's pretty amazing. I mean, that gets you through a year of being able to scrapbook and showcase what happened for each month. But what if you don't like to scrapbook by month? Well, then keep the titles off and you can change the titles to whatever you want. You've got this stamp set here that's got the titles, so you can create your own titles. You wouldn't have to put October on there. You wouldn't have to put January on there. You could put playing in the snow, something like that, something that fit better for what you wanted to show. But this is a great base to get started with, to have that layout and then choose whether or not you want to continue with the titles that they provided or make your own titles. So really, honestly, the sky's the limit. This is just a place to get started super, super easily with everything pre-cut for you. I mean, really, where else can you go where you're going to get everything pre-cut like this, and then the instructions to show you how to take all of this little pieces and make it into an absolute beautiful layout with different techniques and ideas and things coming through from these embellishments here, your inks, everything. So I'm super excited to do this with you guys. I hope that you will not hesitate, that you will jump on board and have fun with me in this. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome album retreat. I cannot wait to do it, and I look forward to doing it with all of you. So reach out to me if you have any questions. Otherwise, hopefully I will see you as we create together. All right. Happy scrapping, everybody.